To use Big Ideas Math, you need to go to bigideasmath.com. Once you are logged into, or sorry, once you get to the website, you get to bigideasmath.com. Plug in the username and password that I gave to you in the email. And then once you are in, you'll get to a page that looks a little bit like this. I'll just kind of give you a rundown of what everything is. There's a little bit of a glitch. Technically, we didn't pay for 5th grade and 6th grade, so when they go to their class, it's going to say a 7th grade classroom. That's just kind of the workaround that I've been using. We still can use the textbooks and everything, but whenever they log in, it's going to be like, oh, you're in 7th grade. I just tell the students that it's a glitch and they should just keep on working. So once you log into the platform over here, in the top left-hand corner, over here, this just gets you back to the home page. If you ever need to get back to the home page, you can just click right there. And then let's say you want to start working with some of the students, or you need some information. In the top right over here at this this little bar over here, if you click this, this is going to give you all the information. So let's say a student forgot their password or something, you'll go to class management, and in class management you'll find this. In class management you'll find that specific class. And then let's say somebody from 8th grade forgot their password. It's going to load up all the passwords, and then right here it's going to give you a temporary password, and they're going to have to reset it. It's a big pain to reset the password, so hopefully they don't forget that, and they click the forget password thing. So let's get back to the home page. We'll click right here. To download textbooks, tests, and things like that, you're going to click right here in this section, again, this top right. And then you're going to go to resources. So you go to the resources area, and once you are in the resources area, you just gotta kind of organize what you're looking for. So if you're looking for an 8th grade material, go to 8th grade, and then based off of the chapter that they're in. So let's say they are working on functions, and then a specific chapter. So let's zoom in really quick. So again, you'll click on the class that they're in. You'll click on the chapter that they are on, or what they're working on, and then the specific section that they're on. So everything is broken down into little units. So chapter 7, 7.1, chapter 7, 7.2, and so forth. So let's say you're looking for something in here, and then in here there are a few things that you can use. I mostly use the teaching edition. So this is your textbook. This is what I use on my iPad. I download this and then I write on top of this. So this is what you would have, and then I usually block out with a white, I write over this and they can't see this. So then I start teaching from here. There's no real good like slides or anything like that for Big Ideas Math. So this is the teaching edition. I'm not a big fan of the journal, but you can use this if you want to print it out. So this is kind of like, this is how they follow along with you, and this would be their notes. So if you want to print this out for them, I found the majority of it was like a waste of paper, but it will help you in the long run if you want to do it this way. So again, that was the student journal. It also provides you with the specific answers to the journal, so that everything is here. What I do like to use mostly, this is the resources by chapter section. This is usually if I print something out, I'll print it out from here. So I'll take this out, and then this is kind of like a rundown of the entire lesson. This is more on the difficult side, so depending on where the students are at, this is what you would want to use, kind of like if you need to do any kind of differentiation. So if you want to do something more simple, that will be the student journal. And if you want to do something more difficult, that will be resources by chapter. They do have some kind of PowerPoints. They're not very beneficial. I didn't like them at all. They also have like videos. I also didn't find them helpful at all. They really don't explain how to answer everything in there. So again, if you need to print out some information, the best thing we'll do is have this teaching edition here, and then maybe print out these student journals for them. Not the whole thing, but probably this homework section. over here, this practice section. That'll probably be a good way to do homework. Okay, so that was pretty much the textbook area of it, so I'll do that one more time. If you need to get any resources, just make sure you go to the specific class. So, you're in Albee 8th grade, you'll click this button right here in the top right, and then you'll go to resources, and then you just kind of organize what you're looking for. 8th grade, 7th grade, 6th grade, the chapter that they are on, and then the lesson that they are on. Another cool thing, if you go, again, in this top right section, if you hit that bar, and this little thing that says Skills Trainer, this is kind of like the Big Ideas Math version of iExcel. So be like, okay, for morning work, I want all the students to go to Skills Trainer. So you got to teach them how to get here. So once they go to Skills Trainer, you'll find something appropriate for their specific age. So let's say we're in 5th grade, and you want them to add decimals. So you tell them, I want you to go to Skills Trainer, 5th grade, and I want you to find the one that says adding decimals. They'll click on it, and then this will pop up for them. Depending on the internet and things like that, it may be a little laggy, but let's say they'll put in their answers. So that's 10.9. So they can either type it in there, or they can use this text bar to type it in. If it gets to like fractions and things like that, it might get a little bit confusing at first, but once they start figuring it out, they'll be like, oh, okay, that's how I put a fraction. Yeah, that's how I put like a mixed number, or something inside parentheses. They'll kind of get used to it after a while. Or if you're doing inequalities, then they'll have to click right here, and then you can start doing letters and things like that. But they're usually pretty good about figuring stuff out like that. So what I have them do with the Skills Trainer is they'll come here, and they get a chance to check their answer, and if they get it right, they can go on to the next question. I usually have them get them 10 in a right for them to stop, and then they get points. So for example, let's say they do a question and they get it wrong. It'll tell them that they got it wrong, and then they have to go on to the next part. It usually stops them after 10 questions. So you can't do more than 10 questions at a time, and then it just kind of resets itself. Let's see. And it'll give them a grade like 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, and so forth. Let's see if we can get there real quick. Yeah, so there you go. So it gave me 10 questions, and then basically it's going to give me a score, and you can use this as a score if you want, for your homework. If they're struggling on this, they do have videos that they can watch, and it will help them go through specific lessons.
52 and 7600.
I don't find these that beneficial, but some of them are, if they want to do that. So Skills Trainer, again, to get there, you would go in the top right section over here, and you're going to hit on Skills Trainer, and then you tell the students, I want you to go to 5th grade, and then find the specific lesson, maybe the title, and then they'll click on that, and then they have to go and give it a grade. Unfortunately, I have not found a way to keep track of this. There is a way, but I haven't found a way to for it to automatically give you a score on this. Okay, so that was Skills Trainer. Now let's say you want to give the students a homework assignment. To give them a homework assignment, so once you log into this general page, you want to click on the specific class that you want to use. So let's say we're doing a 5th grade class. Alright, so once you clicked on the 5th grade class, notice it's going to say right up here, Albee. You'll have multiple classes, so we'll have Albee, St. Margaret stuff and things like that. So you have Albee, and notice, remember I told you at the beginning, so you had Albee, but it says 7th grade. So that's the glitch. We didn't pay for 5th grade stuff or 6th grade stuff, at least the online portions, we didn't pay for it. But we can use it this way. Alright, so you get into the you get into the Big Ideas Math. You click on the specific class you want to use, and then right here in this middle section, you're going to create the word that says create new, and then I'm going to create a practice assignment. You hit create, and then once you are here, you just have to specify what you are creating, right? So we said because there was a glitch, it automatically goes to the 7th grade textbook, and you want to make sure you're using the 5th grade textbook. So we're going to go down to the 5th grade textbook. Alright, so once you selected the 5th grade textbook, you want to make sure you are you know, go into the specific chapter. So let's say we are talking about addition and subtraction of decimals. All right, and then let's say, so they're learning about adding decimals for 5th grade. And then you just still go down the line. So again, oops. All right, here we go. All right, so we had 5th grade textbook. We had the chapter 3, subtract decimals. The lesson was 3.3, adding decimals. All right, and then right here where it says the exercise set, you can go through all the questions if you want, or you can click on them. So these are the two different sets. Both of these are actually inside the textbook, inside of Big Ideas Math. So once you do that, usually these over here, they populate for you to show you. Sometimes they don't. So once you click on, like specific set of questions, excuse me, the questions will pop up here like this. And then you can decide if it's a question that's way too hard for the students. Usually like the more difficult questions will pop up like this. Let's say you add a question in here like this one, and you don't like this one, like it's going to cause me problems, and they're going to be like, I don't know how to do this and stuff like that. So to erase this specific question, you're going to click on this button right here, and you're just going to remove that specific question. Okay, so we'll do that one more time just so you can see. So we'll exit. So when you want to create a homework assignment, you're going to click on your specific class. You're going to go to create new. You're going to create a practice assignment. You're going to hit create. So create a practice assignment, create. All right, and just to double check, you are in 5th grade classroom right here. Make sure you go to your specific textbook. So we're looking for 5th grade material. We're going to look chapter 3, addition and subtraction of decimals. We're going to add decimals, and then we'll pick some questions from here. Let's say 5 questions. So then these are the 5 questions that the students will have on their homework. And then once you are done, there's a few things that you do need to do. To keep things organized, and once you start looking for homework assignments, I organize my homework assignments in a number order. So this is for you to utilize. So basically, start with the homework assignment 0001. You label it by the grade, so 5th grade. We'll call it Albie so we know. So 5th Albie, and then it'll be lesson, so Big Ideas Math, chapter 3, lesson 3. So this way, when you go through this and you put this into a homework assignment, you can find this very quickly by, a student says, I forgot to do homework assignment 0001. It's very easy for you to find that specific assignment, and then you also labeled, what it's titled to. So if you just said, if you left it the way it was before, it just said homework assignment 650. That doesn't give you any detail of what the homework assignment was about. So once you found all of the questions that you wanted, you gave your homework assignment a title like this. What you're going to do is you're going to hit the word that says assign. All right, so once you assign the homework, a page like this is going to pop up. So again, you can do some differentiation here if you want. You pick all the students that want to receive that specific homework assignment. That is the title of the homework assignment. This is the start date, so currently it's 10:25 p.m. and then it'll tell you the due date for the specific assignment. So you can choose the due date. I usually have them do it within 24 hours, and it'll be due before 8 a.m. So I'll do that at 8 a.m. And then this release for review on submission, what that means is basically once they submit it, they get to see all of the answers. I noticed that some students, once they got all the answers, they will share it with other students, and I didn't like that. So I usually press release review by teacher. So basically, once you have gone over it, then you can submit it back to them, and then they get an opportunity to see what they got wrong and what they got late. This other thing to help students be on time with their homework, once So this, it says due date is 10:25 p.m. So once it's 10:26 p.m. tomorrow, they will no longer be able to submit this assignment unless you personally go back and be like, okay, I'm going to give you another opportunity. This way it helps you to keep track of who did not turn in the assignment, who did turn in the assignment, and things to that extent. So I usually have both of these on. Depending on the class, right? So it's fifth graders. I will not give them a calculator for this assignment. It's just another temptation for them to use. See a stepped out example, just like in the previous video, there's like a little section that says, show me a video on how to do this. So that would pop up for them. They also get an opportunity to check their answers. So this would be, they get one chance per question. Depending on the homework assignment and how difficult it is, sometimes they'll get an unlimited amount of checks. Sometimes they'll get 5, 4. It really depends on how you want to use this. So we'll do unlimited amount of checks. I never clicked these here because we never paid for them. They do show up for 7th and 8th grade, but I just never used them for that. Okay. So now that you did that, you can also put a message in here. This is what the students will see on their side. So please write down each question and show all of your work. Alright, so once you got all of that, you can now just hit the word that says assign, and if you go back to your home page, you will now see that that specific assignment has popped up for them, and students will actually see that as well in their homework assignment. Alright, so now let's say you want to do something for 6th grade. So right, we just went to the 6th grade class. Notice that they have no homework assignments here. But if you go back to the 5th grade, you'll see that their homework assignment has popped up. The due date is there, and then it tells you who has not started the assignment. It will tell you who has started the assignment, and then who has submitted the assignment. And this way, usually in the morning when it's time to check for your homework, you can tell, all right, these students did not do it. These students, so the ones in the middle, either started it or did not complete it, and so forth. So let me give you an example of what that looks like for our class. So this is a 7th grade assignment that we started today. Let's see. There it is. So here we go. We have one person did not start it, so Joshua Shelton did not start. We have 11 students who are currently in progress or still working on it, and then these are the students who already submitted it. Okay. So now let's say you wanted to actually check the homework and give scores. To do that, so you go to your specific class, and then you click on this button that says assignments. So once you click on assignments, it's going to bring something up like this, and then you should it's easier to organize all of your information if you you're like, let's say, what class are we looking for? So we're looking for the 7th grade math class. Let's do a 6th grade math class. And then this was a test that they took right before spring break. This is a homework assignment for today. It's due tomorrow. So let's say you want to grade this specific assignment. You'll go right here. You'll click, on this box, the assignment name. Those two boxes will click right there. And then you're going to do hit view report. And now that you hit view report, it's going to tell you how many students submitted that specific assignment, when it started, when it ended. It'll tell you the average score on that specific assignment, and then right here you will have a list of the students' names and their specific scores. And if you want to eliminate some of this stuff, you can. So you can go, take their student ID. I usually don't like that. The date and time, I don't take that. And then this also tells you the amount of time that they spent on it. So I did have some students, be like, well, I tried, but I didn't know how to do it, and they'll spend like 1 minute on the thing. It'll tell you. If you see some students and it like goes like for homework, it's like 200 minutes. That means they left it open on their laptop and they just never finished it. So here we go. You have a list of all of the questions, and then you can see what they finished and what they did not finish. So if we're looking at Abigail Baker, so how about we'll look at Maya. It looks like Maya got this specific question wrong, and you can take a look at this question and kind of figure out what happened here with this specific question, why she got it wrong. If you want to see their score, so it tells you their score out of 100, but if you want to see like a number score in a fraction, to see the fraction score, you're going to click on this button right here, and you're going to do the little fraction button, and now it's going to turn it into an actual fraction. So 25 out of 25, 24 out of 25, and so forth. And that way you can input these scores into the gradebook. So just review one more time. Basically, everything that you need to know is if you want to create an assignment, you're just going to go to your specific class. So choose your specific class. You're going to hit this Create New button. You want to create an assignment. And my recommendation is to stick to questions that have direct answers. So anything that would have like written answers and things like that, that does give you, there's like more work I guess you got to put into, so you don't bog yourself down with things. I'm gonna see if I can find something what I'm talking about. All right, so something like this specific question right here. Big Ideas Math will not grade it for you. So when it has like an actual like just written things, it will not grade it for you. You'll actually physically have to go in there and grade that. But if there's a excuse me, if there's a multiple choice question, then this will grade it for you, but it will not grade something like this for you. So that was that. So to create an assignment. Now let's say you are, you're working with the students the next day and they want to check their answers with you. To do that, so you're going to go to that specific assignment. So we're going to find, we're going to go back to that 6th grade test that they took. So we're going to go to the 6th grade test. We're looking for that specific assignment. And you're going to say, we're going to view this activity. Yeah. And then this is going to give you sorry, that's view report. Let's go back. All right, let's just go to the 5th grade one. So let's say tomorrow you want to work with the 5th graders on adding the decimal. So you want to click on that specific assignment. We're going to go to assignments. And go to, we're at 5th grade Albie. They have this one assignment here. You're going to hit view report. And then right here at the top you have two options. You have, right, so this first one tells you the performance report, right, what they got correct and things to that extent, all of this information. And then they also have question details. So this is where you would go to see like the answers to those specific questions. So if they asked you, I'm on question 5 and I'm stuck on it, can you show me the answer for number 5? And then you can work through with them so you can have answers like that as well. That's pretty much on how to use Big Ideas Math. If you have more questions, let me know. But pretty much that's basically it. I don't use a lot of this stuff just because I have everything on my iPad, but if you want to kind of play around with it, you can also do that as well. Let me know if you have more questions. All right, have a great night.